Hello and welcome to transferring XDCAM footage. This is going to be transferring XDCAM footage. We're going to do this on a Mac today, but the principles are the same whether you're on a Mac or a PC. Today I'll be plugging these directly into a MacBook Pro, but you could just plug your camera in via USB and they'll show up in much the same manner. So I'm going to start off by inserting a card. You can see a nice clean desktop right now. The card's clicked in, and you'll notice that an S/S card pops up. If you look at that S/S card, you're going to see a BPAV folder. This folder is very important, and it's also very important that you do not, in any form or fashion, tamper with the file hierarchy in this. It's dependent upon everything in here for it to work, and as I'm scrolling through this, you'll see basically each clip has its own folder within the clipper folder. Now, each clip is an MP4 file, of course, and what we want to do is to move these from the S/S card to a local drive so that we can work with them. Today I'm going to use an external, this just happens to be a small external drive, and I'm going to click into it. You can see that there's quite a few things on here already, but I'm going to approach this just like it was a new shoot. So hypothetically what we would have here is a new folder, and I'll go ahead and create that new folder. I'm going to give it today's date in European convention, which means year first. This is 2010. Today is May, and it is the 18th. Next, you'd have a client name. Normally this would come from your job order. We'll just say for today I'm going to be pulling some local news pieces. So I'm going to say local news, and then you have your JO number, and I'm just going to pull one arbitrarily and say 9041. Now what you've got now is a folder that I can move this footage to. Now you could just go grab this BPAV folder and drag it into the folder that I just made here, 101618, but what the better and recommended way to do this is to use the EX clip browser, and the reason is it validates the footage, which is to say that as it copies it, it goes back once it's done and checks it. So I'm going to start the XDCAM clip browser, and here from the clip browser you can see first of all in the left pane over here are all of the available drives. Now in this case I'm going to open this untitled. This is my S/S drive, and I see a bunch of clips in here. So what I'm going to do is select some of them. Now normally you'd select all of them if they were all from one shoot. In fact, I'm going to select all of these clips. There. We'll call these from that local news shoot. When I do this, I'm going to go up here and say copy, and now I'm going to point it on my hard drive at the folder that I just created, which is 10618 local news 9041. When I get to this point, I simply paste them. Now it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to copy them? They're pretty bulky, so yeah, we do. Once you initiate that process, you can see that it begins to copy the clips. In this case, there are 30 clips on the S/S drive, and it copies them one at a time, 2 by 30. Now, it's going to go through completely and copy all of these clips and basically make a verbatim copy of what you have on the S/S drive over here. This is basically how you transfer files. It's the best way. Now again, if you're on a PC or you're on any machine that doesn't have that S/S card reader built in or plugged in, you can of course just plug your camera via USB into the computer and you'll see these cards come up. So while this continues to transfer, we're going to go ahead and close out, and basically that is how you transfer footage to or from the EX camera, from the EX1 to your local hard drive. Once it's transferred, of course, we would go through and log everything and publish what's been logged, and then it'll transfer to different places throughout the system, eventually making it to our offline storage unit, the Petasite. You'll hear these words, and we'll talk more about that as we go. Anyway, there we go, and there's all of the footage that's copied in there. Now let's go ahead and close out the clip browser and we'll just take a quick look. Now again, here's the original S/S card with a BPAV folder, and then I look on the external drive in the folder that I just created, 10.10.16 local news, and there is the same BPAV folder. So that's how you transfer footage.